Okay. Hi. Hello. It's been a while. Ha. So, before we jump into all the alien hunter stuff, let's just step back a little bit. Step back, go a little bit in time, behind time, backwards in time, rewind a little bit. Whatever that is, you get the idea. So, thing is, I was feeling just sad because I stopped doing Let's Plays, and I love Let's Plays, man. They're so much fun. I play video games, I enjoy them, I record them. But the problem is that in order to do proper daily Let's Plays, you have to be at least happy 2 hours a day. I can't be that. It's just impossible. I tried doing it for a year and a half. No, that's a lie. I tried doing it for a year and few months, I believe. 300 videos. Yeah, around a year and a few months. But, so I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna step back. See? Step back, it's coming back now. It's bad. Anyway, so I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna stop doing Let's Plays. I'm just gonna start doing storytelling because I love writing stories, I love drawing, and that's it. I have two things. I hate talking about two things and not three. God. Anyway, so I wanted to stop doing Let's Plays, and I did. I wanted to start doing story writing, or that was my intention. You see, since I was feeling a little sad, I wanted to, just do some little manly cries. But in our society, it's not okay for men to show any emotions, especially like crying or being, in sort of being weak or something. So I went to my only place to cry in, which is under my bed, that corner, yes. Which is funny because that's the only place that I can actually like hear some nice and questionably nice voices and meet really bizarre creatures, interdimensional creatures. Yeah, no one else can see them. I'm schizophrenic. I'm not. It's different. You see, it's just that they talk to me and they make me see them when no one's around. It's different. I know science. Shut up. Yeah, it's completely different. Anyway, so I went there to cry, and then I started hearing a weird noise. It wasn't a voice, but it was just a weird noise. Now, I know for sure that was not Bob. Bob the Blob. He's a large blob of slime. With the large circle glasses similar to this. And he's usually my cry day, so we meet, we talk about our feelings, and we just cry. We cry and cry and cry. So definitely that quiet, soothing, it's not really soothing noise, it was just it was not him. Because it was him, I'm having a seizure. If it was Bob, then he would have sounded a little different. Because Bob sounds more like... Oh God, man, life sucks, man. Yeah, so it's a little different. And I also know that for sure that noise was not Snow's nose. Not nose, noise. It's not her. She's a tiny blue fairy. Snow, she's blue snow. Or Yuki, as in, which is Japanese for snow. Or S, because it's the first letter of Snow. Her name is Snow, you get it. This is totally real, it happened, I swear. I did, yes. Oh God. Everything's fine, don't worry about it. Anyway, so it was not her because she's let's just say a bit more dramatic than your average Joe. and that was how we met. So yeah, it was not her, definitely not her. So, and it also was not Catty, and Catty is a stray cat living outside on the compound. Yeah, it did say that I really do not like talking about only two things. It's I don't know. Yeah, Catty. It's not a cat. Yeah. So what I did, because since this noise is coming from my behind, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna, just look back, because that's what you do when you hear a noise behind you. You look back instead of explaining what your real friends do or sound like. Anyway, so I looked back and there was this tiny little white hole. Now, I don't know what hole it was, but I don't care. It can be whatever hole it would want to be. I'm not the one to judge. I'm not a physicist to label things. Yeah, so yes. And since I haven't really been around too many holes around my face, I didn't know much to do. But what I knew is that holes are delicate, and sensitive. So what I did was simply, I went to the hole, just simply, and I plunged both of my hands inside of it, and of course, finger by finger, slowly and surely. That's how you treat your holes. Just plunge your finger in. So I put both of my hands inside, and I pull out. Just pull it. So I did that, and then I was sucked into another dimension. Yeah, and then there was a few other things that happened, but I'm not sure if I should talk about them because they're gonna take a little bit time. They're gonna take quite a bit of time, so I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm just gonna let them be their own different videos some other day. Let's just say that for now. And then boring. This happened, that happened. Boring. Then I was enslaved, and I was sold at a white market, because here we have black market, there is white market. It's different dimension. It's kind of the same thing but a little different. So I was sold to a hyper intelligent horse person, and I'm not sure what they said, but they said something like, I love it. They took me to their home, and then I found a knife and I murdered them, because it's you see this hair, you see this skin. Well, not skin, not that obvious, but I'm from Africa. That's racist. You can't enslave me. That's disgusting and racist. Did I say racist? Yeah, it's fucking racist. Now, if I was white, that would have been totally fine, because that's how logic in our world works, right? So on my way out, I've met with this large humanoid figure, dress-wearing, cow-faced person, and they become my master. Not master as in master slave, but master as in they hired me and I worked for them as an alien hunter. And that day was the day where they offered me the contract, and they said, he said, he put his hand on my shoulder and said something that I will never forget. It started the whole new thing. The whole alien hunter thing started from that moment. So he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Moo." And I knew, I absolutely knew that he asked me to become an alien hunter, go around, murder a bunch of aliens, and bring their bodies to him, and then he's gonna pay me. So that's what I've been doing for a few hundred years. I was gonna talk about my first hunt, but then again, this video is taking too long, so I'm just gonna leave that for next week, maybe? Some other week, I don't know. But yeah, that's how I became an alien hunter. And I've met my Master Chief Cowface. Self-explanatory name, So yeah. So suddenly, after a few hundred years, I remembered that I have a life here to live. No, I don't. That I have to be here, at least for now. So I asked him to let me go, and he gave me this ring that I do not have on me. Fuck. Ooh. That was meant to happen. Yeah, this is the totally real ring. So I just used it and jumped between that dimension on this dimension, and just I was naked because if I had my clothes, then that would have been actual evidence of me being there. So my clothes disappeared. I was naked. I put on clothes and started recording. You know the rest, I guess. So yeah. So I asked Master Chief Cowface, and he gave me this ring, and I came back here. Did I say that already? I'm not sure. There was a weird jump code. Also, no one came to this room, and definitely did not have to edit anything out. Obviously, there was no jump code. So yeah, that's a thing. Good lord. So yeah, that was what happened. Yeah, I don't want to take a lot of time on this video because I want this to be like a weekly thing. And since I don't really have to write anything, right? Because this thing totally happened. And this is totally not a paper ring. Yeah, it's totally happened. So, you know, I'm gonna be doing this for a few weeks and see if anyone likes it, then great. If anyone doesn't, then great. So, yeah. I guess this is the end of the video, huh? I guess, you know what? Just before I go, there's something that I just can't quite put my finger on. You see, when Master Chief Cowface gave me this ring, he was kneeling on one leg and holding both of my hands with both of his hands like this. It was such a weird gesture. I mean, of course, whenever he asked me for anything, I just always say yes, passionately and dramatically. But I don't know why did he have to, you know, one leg kneel and just hold my hands, then give me, and he put the ring on. I don't get it, but it's just bizarre, and I feel that I might have sorted something. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just don't fucking get it. But yeah, that happened. Also, yes, Master Chief Cowface, he's a he, because he's been my master. I've been working for him. He's dominant, and obviously being dominant has nothing to do with your actual personality. It's something that is decided randomly if you're born with a stick or a hole. That's just logic in our society, you know. I mean, look at our society. Our world is great. It's lovely here. We all love each other so much that I'm cold and sweaty, so I'm just gonna go. Bye bye.